There are times when we don't know if it's really that good or if it's really that bad. In those times, we ask ourselves, what is it really? Hey guys, back again with another review. So actually this time with my hair down, because I've always had my hair back with like streams and all this other stuff, so it's nice to change the pace. With the release of Final Fantasy XV coming out at the end of this month, I thought it would be best to check out where it all started. From when it was a part of the Fabula Nova Crystallis to where it is now. We take a look back at the start of it all. And that, my friends, is why I'm reviewing Final Fantasy XIII. When you think of the RPG genre, in some way or another, someone will always bring up the Final Fantasy series. It practically reinvented the genre when it came out, with its story and gameplay, as well as saving Squaresoft from becoming a memory in the gaming industry. As we come closer to the release of the 15th installment in the mainline series, we take a look at where it originally began. During a 2006 E3 event, Square announced the Fabula Nova Crystallis. Defined in Latin as the new tale of the crystal, it was the tag for a multi-game release, those games being Final Fantasy XIII, Final Fantasy Agito XIII, which later turned into Final Fantasy Type 0, and Final Fantasy Versus XIII, which due to many delays, was later rebranded as Final Fantasy XV in 2013. Each game in the series was intended to complement one another, as they were all set in the same universe. However, with many delays, 15 has been reworked so that it's less and less to do with its origin. With the release of Final Fantasy XV at the end of this month, we'll take a look at the header of the Fabula Nova Crystallis with Final Fantasy XIII. Now, while I was doing my research before playing the game, I couldn't decide whether or not is it really that bad or is it really that good? It has very positive reviews on Metacritic and other sites, but the comments suggest otherwise. So, while writing this review, I decided to leave it open to interpretation. And we'll say whether or not I recommend it or not. The game begins with a train ride through a city, where the military, known as SICOM, plan on executing citizens in what they brand as the Purge. Except we don't get Ethan Hawke saving us. No, we get the ever-brooding, the ever-badass, the ever-awesomeness that is Cloud Strife! Wait, no. Lightning is her name. Never mind. See you soon though, Cloud. You lovable blonde badass you. We see her kicking ass and taking names, along with her new friend Saz, with his trusty chocobo chick that hangs out in his afro. Cause that's totally hygienic. So you think you can ride this chocobo? It's after this scene, we get thrown into battle, and are given a tutorial on the combat and— oh god damn it! Okay, stop the review for a second. Alright, this is coming from a place of genuine confusion. And I would kind of like an answer someday. Japan. Why do brothers always gotta have guns? Seriously, what is with Japanese companies and giving black characters guns? Do their names have to be Afro Samurai or Huey Freeman in order to actually fight with a sword or some other kind of weapon other than a gun?
Watch your mouth, Itzo.
Hell, you even get a pair of guns in the game that are gold, and all it reminds me of is Mike Epps in Resident Evil Apocalypse. GTA, motherfucker! We then meet our other heroes of the story, the charismatic yet somehow a complete idiot, Snow, the young and whiny Hope. Boo-hoo, your mom died, get over it. Eren Yeager didn't quit when his mom died. And look at Jason Voorhees. Maybe don't stare at him. Then there's— oh my god. Vanille. I'll be brief. I hate her. Hell, the general populace hates her. She's annoying as shit, and that voice isn't helping.
Vanille.
What?
My name. And yours?
You know, I'm not being fair about the characters. There's gotta be at least one hero that I—
It's me. What's up?
You damn well know what's up!
Why haven't you called in?
Oh god, yes. Oh, who are you, oh perfect goddess? That bod, that spear, that voice.
Look, if we don't figure it out and pull it off, you're gonna be a Sith.
Thank you, Square Gods, for Fang. Honestly, she's the only character I really like in the game, aside from Saz.
Hey, wait! No, don't leave me!
Let go!
The hell no, you're my only way out of here!
But throughout the game, he kind of takes a backseat to everyone else. Even with his own storyline, they don't really utilize him well. I'd love to see more with him.
Right?
Let's move on to gameplay. Once you're out of cutscenes, you're allowed to move around through various areas, encountering or avoiding enemies. The combat is simplistic, wherein you choose your commands and then execute them. This is made easier with the auto battle command, where the game chooses the best course of action and you run with that decision. While not the most inclusive battle system, due to its simplicity, it makes combat flow pretty smoothly. The drawback is, it doesn't exactly present a challenge. You really don't have to come up with a strategy. That being said, there are ways to come up with a strategy. After the first major boss fight, you're given the ability to use paradigms. This is essentially the job system from previous games. You have Commando, which focuses on getting in and hitting the enemy hard. Ravager, which is essentially your black mage role, where you use magic to attack your foes. Sentinel, which is the defensive role. Synergist, which allows you to add buffs to your team. Medic, which is basically the white mage healing your team. And Saboteur, which allows you to nerf your enemies, making them less of a threat. Using paradigms and coming up with a strategy with various roles allows you to control the tide of battle. You can switch paradigms in battle that best suit your situation. It's up to you, the player, to come up with a team that can work. Getting back to the story, we find our heroes all meeting each other and getting more insight on some of their motives. Snow intends to save his fiancée Sarah, who was made a l'Cie, agents of the gods of the world known as the fal'Cie, to accomplish a task for them. Lightning has the same goal in mind, due to Sarah being Lightning's sister. Hope wishes to get revenge on Snow as he blames him for the death of his mother. Saz is just there. Although later on it's revealed he wants to save his son, who also was turned into a l'Cie. Get out of here, Vanille! No one likes you! We are then told about l'Cie fulfilling what's called a focus, the task given to them by the fal'Cie. If a l'Cie fulfilled their focus, they are then turned to crystal. If they don't, they are then transformed into what's called a Seath, grotesque monsters who are the shell of what l'Cie once were. The goal of the game is to destroy the fal'Cie, freeing the planet from its rule, and therefore, saving the world. The story is very cut and dry.
That's for damn sure.
You can see events coming from a mile away. During my playthrough, I found myself thinking, is this all there is to the game? While I enjoy parts of it, I find myself getting bored at times with the convoluted story later in the game. Things aren't exactly explained well, and the flashbacks to before the start of the game don't exactly help out when they're so spread out. I don't outright hate it though. Would I recommend people play this? Yeah, I would. It's not the biggest challenge, but the parts I enjoyed made it worth it. This was probably the longest review I've done so far, and it stands to reason. Final Fantasy is a series where you need to put a lot of time to get the full experience. That is definitely something I would recommend. Make sure you have the time for these games. Check back next time when I take a look at the next game in the Fabula Nova Crystallis, Final Fantasy Type 0. Thank y'all for watching, and again, a big thank you to Darkmoon for editing these videos. Without him, I don't think these ever get done. If you'd like to keep up to date with him, check out his channel in the description. If you'd like to keep up to date with me, feel free to subscribe, like my Facebook page, follow me on Twitter. I also have my Patreon, which helps to put out content on a more consistent basis, as well as improve my content. And yeah, as always, until next time, stay gold. Bang.